Okay, let's be real for a second. Are you tired of starting every single Gemini chat completely from scratch? Re-explaining your brand voice, re-uploading the same docs, and still getting those, generic kind of robotic responses? Yeah, I've been there. For months, I was stuck in that exact same loop.
But what if I told you there's a way to break that cycle? For good. A way to build a personalized AI team that already knows you, knows your projects, and gets your goals right out of the gate. Today, we are diving deep into Gemini Gems. I'm going to show you exactly how to build a team of AI experts that will literally save you hours every single week. All right, let's get into it.
So first things first, let's clear up a huge misconception. Most people hear the word gems and they think, oh, it's just a fancy bookmark for a prompt I use a lot. Nope, that is not even close to what's going on here.
A Gemini Gem is a custom AI expert. Think of it like a persistent, customized version of Gemini that carries your specific instructions, your preferences, your files, and even your connected apps into every single conversation. You don't have to repeat yourself, you don't have to re-explain anything, the Gem just knows.
Now this is where things start to get really cool. There are actually two different types of gems. You've got your classic text-based ones. These are your writers, your analysts, your brainstorming partners. But Google has also quietly started rolling out app-based gems, which are basically mini apps with full graphical interfaces. So just imagine a meal planning gem that doesn't just list out recipes, but actually creates a visual, interactive weekly menu.
So what makes all this so powerful is the engine running underneath. If you're on an AI Pro or an Ultra plan, your gems have a massive 1 million token context window. Now, tokens are just how an AI breaks down language. Think of them as words or parts of words. 1 million of them? That's about 1,500 pages of text. You can feed it your entire company handbook or a whole code base, and it just holds all of that in its working memory. But, and this is super important, there is a catch. If you push past that 1 million token limit, the gem starts to experience something called context decay. It's not going to crash, it won't throw up an error message, but it will quietly start to forget the little details and the connections you gave it earlier. Knowing where this limit is, well, it's absolutely critical for getting consistent, reliable results.
All right, enough theory. Let's get our hands dirty. We're going to build a gem from the ground up using a framework that actually gives you results that are worth using. It's called the 4 pillars of instruction. Super simple. First, persona, who the AI is. Second, task, what it actually does. Third, context, the why and where of your world. And finally, format, telling it exactly how to structure its response. Nailing these 4 things, that's the secret sauce to making a truly useful gem. Let's just take a look at persona for a second. Don't just say, you're a writer. Get way more specific. You are a senior technical editor with 15 years of experience, and your tone is direct but also encouraging. See, that level of detail gives the AI a cognitive filter, and believe me, it dramatically changes the quality of what you get back.
Okay, here are 2 quick pro tips for you while you're building. Inside the Gem Manager, there's a little magic wand icon. Give that a click. It'll take a rough sentence and expand it into a full structured prompt. It's a great starting point. And second, you can upload up to 10 files. Think brand guides, company policies, to create a permanent reference library for your gem.
Okay, this next part, this is where gems genuinely leave the competition in the dust. And it all comes down to one simple word: connections.
And this says it all, right? Gems can plug directly and securely into your Google Workspace. We're talking Gmail, Drive, Calendar, Docs, Tasks, the whole shebang. And this isn't some clunky third-party thing. It is native. That means you can ask your gem to summarize your unread emails, cross-reference them with your calendar, and then create a prioritized to-do list for you, all without ever leaving your inbox.
But here's where it gets really futuristic. Scheduled Actions, which are slated for 2026, will turn these gems into actual personal assistants. You'll be able to automate tasks. Just imagine waking up to an email summary from your gem every single morning at 8 a.m. without you ever having to ask for it. This is where AI is going, and it is seriously exciting. And we haven't even talked about the creative stuff. Your gems have built-in access to Imagen 3 for generating brand-consistent images and VO 3.1 for making short 4K video clips. You can embed your style guide, and every single visual it kicks out will stay on brand.
Now, for those really big projects, there's a feature called Deep Research. It's an asynchronous process. It takes maybe 5–10 minutes in the background, where the AI plans, searches, and compiles a full multi-page report, complete with citations. Then you can take that report, pop it into Notebook LM, and generate an audio overview.
It's an AI-generated podcast where two AIs debate the findings. It's an unbelievably powerful workflow.
So a workflow like that obviously brings up the biggest question on everybody's mind. How do gems really stack up against the custom GPTs from ChatGPT?
Okay, here's the honest breakdown. If you live inside Google Workspace, I'm talking Gmail, Docs, Drive, gems win. It's not even a contest. That native integration is just too powerful. However, if your workflow relies on third-party tools like Salesforce, then ChatGPT's custom GPTs have more flexibility. They support open API specs, which is like a universal adapter for software, letting them connect to a much wider range of services. For files, gems take 10, but they have that huge context window, while GPTs can handle 20 files with a bigger focus on advanced retrieval from that knowledge base.
So the most important point is this. It's not about which one is objectively better. It's about which ecosystem you already live and work in. If you're all in on Google, gems are going to feel like a superpower. If you're not, then GPTs might offer more of the custom connections that you need. You got to pick the one that fits your existing workflow.
All right, before we wrap up, I want to share the strategy that power users are using to get results that feel genuinely personal, not just another generic AI response. It's called the triple threat, and it is a total game changer. It layers 3 systems. Layer 1 is your gems, your specific experts. Layer 2 is memory, which stores persistent facts about you. For instance, you can tell it, I prefer a casual, direct tone, and it will remember that across all your chats. And Layer 3 is custom global instructions. These are overriding rules that apply to every single response, like always end with a question. When you stack all 3 of these, the output really starts to feel like a conversation with a colleague who actually knows you.
And one last little optimization tip for you, pay attention to your thinking token budget. For simple things like formatting a document, you can set the thinking level to low to save your tokens for the actual content. But for complex research or coding, you can crank it up to high or max to get a much better result. It's a small tweak that makes a huge difference.
So stop using AI like a search engine and start building your team. Just pick one repetitive task you do every single week, planning, social media drafts, email summaries, and build a gem for it today. I promise, once you see how much time that one gem saves you, you're going to be hooked. So what gem will you build first?